Jesse Ryder's manager has provided an update on his condition in Christchurch Hospital.
Not as big a loss as Jesse Ryder.
No?
It's the biggest loss that New Zealand's ever had.
Yeah.
In my book.
Gets it away, down fine, it's gone for four, and Jesse Ryder has bagged a double. Unbelievable stuff. Oh, that's out of the ground. That's gone. It's downtown, it's on my car. It is. I think it hit my car.
If you grew up watching the Black Caps in the late 2000s, you know exactly who Jesse Ryder is. A left-hander from Masterton, built more like a rugby player than a traditional cricketer. Ryder smashed his way into the national side in 2008 and for a few years looked like he could be one of the best batters New Zealand had ever seen. 3 Test centuries, 3 ODI hundreds, and a Test average around 41, with some of the most brutal stroke play you'll ever see from a Kiwi international cricketer. But behind the highlights, the big scores, the cult hero status, there was always this other story running in the background. Alcohol, injuries, missed meetings, suspensions, and one night in Christchurch that almost cost him his life. To understand Jesse Ryder the cricketer, you have to understand his childhood. He grew up in Wairarapa, moved around a bit, and eventually ended up in Napier. His parents split when he was young, and when he was about 14, his dad left him. In one of his chats with the Sunday News, Ryder remembered the moment bluntly. He said, "Dad bounced when I was about 14, he just took off, man. He just dropped me off at a mate's one day and he said he'd see me in a week, but he never came back. From then on, it was mates' couches, late nights, and figuring out his life." He talked about how there were never really boundaries or rules growing up and how that rebel streak and lack of structure stuck with him until adulthood. At the same time as cricket was exploding, at Napier Boys High, he peeled off huge scores, including 272, and by his mid-teens, he was already being talked about as a serious talent. He made the New Zealand Under-19s World Cup squad in 2002, then broke into the Central District side. He then moved to Wellington to chase his professional career with the Wellington Firebirds. Cricket gave him identity, alcohol gave him an escape. These two things never stopped colliding. By 2008, New Zealand cricket took the gamble. Ryder was selected to open with Brendan McCullum. Immediately, ex-Black Cap Adam Parori blasted the decision, calling Ryder too fat and in no fit state to play for New Zealand. Ryder said he laughed it off, but wanted to prove him wrong, and he did. But the off-field issues showed up instantly. After winning the ODI series vs England, Ryder cut his hand, badly, trying to break into a locked bathroom at 5:30 AM. He needed surgery and ended up missing the Test series. It was the first of many Jesse Ryder stories, and yet on the field, he was still incredible. In March of 2009, Ryder went off. On the 8th of March, he hit the 3rd fastest ODI 100 for New Zealand. On the 18th of March, he got his maiden Test century in Hamilton, and then on the 26th of March, he scored 201 in Napier, all against the #1 ranked India at the time.
Away, down fine, it's gone for four, and Jesse Ryder has bagged a double. Unbelievable stuff. 100 for Jesse Ryder. 100 from 72 balls. He's come to the party all right.
For a while, it looked like New Zealand had their superstar. But in 2009 and 2010, the sad reality started to show. He was dropped after a late-night drinking session following the West Indies series. He missed meetings, missed trainings, and got injured constantly. He was charged with misconduct for being intoxicated and too loud in a team hotel. In his Sunday News interview, he admitted, "I had a real bad habit of binge drinking. Once I started, bang, I just kept going." Teammates started to lose patience. New Zealand cricket tried to help, not punish, but the pattern kept repeating itself. In 2009, Ryder was bought by the Bangalore Royal Challengers in the IPL for $160,000, which was big money at the time. But with only 56 runs in 5 games, and reports that he had fallen off the wagon after being 100 days sober, the opportunity slipped away. After the 2009 IPL, where he earned big money but barely played, Ryder's career slowly began sliding into a pattern he couldn't escape from. Injuries piled up, drinking incidents kept returning, he was dropped multiple times, not because of his batting, but because he couldn't stay out of trouble. He'd dominate a domestic match one week, then he'd be in the headlines for the wrong reasons the next week. He'd tear a muscle, get rehab, get fit, score 100, then he'd get caught intoxicated again. From 2009 to 2012, Ryder lived inside a circle of injury, comeback, incident and suspension. The pressure, the noise, the scrutiny wore him down. By March 2012, broken physically and mentally, Ryder stepped away from international cricket altogether. After playing locally and getting back into things, he was playing domestic cricket for Wellington and preparing for a $300,000 IPL contract. And on the night of March 28, 2013, Ryder went for a night out in Christchurch. Outside of a bar, he was attacked by multiple men. He stumbled across the road into a McDonald's car park where another punch was landed. Witnesses described him shaking, vomiting, and covered in blood. He suffered serious lung and chest injuries, heavy bruising, a major concussion, and a temporary breathing issue. The news was heard all across the country. Even I remember the moment pretty clear, even though I was pretty young. He eventually recovered, but his body and confidence took a massive hit. Two men, Craig Joseph O'Neill, a 38-year-old, and his 28-year-old nephew, Dylan James O'Neill, were later charged with assault with intent to injure and common assault. Both pleaded guilty in 2016 and received community-based sentences. A third man was even charged for posting a video of the attack while the pair were under name suppression. It became a symbolic moment of his career. Talent derailed by chaos, but this time it was caused by others. And if he hadn't already hit a low enough, 4 days before the attack, Ryder had been drug tested. The result came back months later, 2 banned stimulants from a weight loss supplement. He said he didn't know the substances were in it. The tribunal accepted he didn't intend to cheat, but as a pro athlete, he really should have checked before. He received a 6-month ban, and 2013 became one of the lowest years of his life. After the ban, Ryder moved down south to the Otago Volts. He said his relationship in Wellington had broken down. With Otago, he was brilliant again, 2 centuries, 2 50s before Christmas. By the end of 2013, he was called up to the Black Caps again. His first ODI back was a duck. His second ODI was rained off. Then came Queenstown, January 1st, 2014. And a lot of you guys will remember this game. It was rained down to basically a T20, and Corey Anderson broke the world record for the fastest ODI century in 36 balls. And at the other end, Ryder blasted 104 off 46 balls, the 6th fastest ODI 100 ever. New Zealand went crazy again. It felt like the redemption was finally happening. But soon, the old patterns returned. During the India series in early 2014, Ryder struggled to score more than 20 runs. Then he was filmed intoxicated outside of the 1885 bar in Auckland with Jimmy Neesham just hours after a tied ODI. On February 5th, the night before a test against India, Ryder and Doug Bracewell were seen drinking at a pirate-themed party and reportedly left at around 2 a.m. Even though Ryder was a potential injury replacement for the test, teammates were angry, New Zealand cricket snapped, and he was dropped from the test squad and later left out of the T20 World Cup team in 2014. That was the final crack. Jesse Ryder never played for New Zealand again. Also, something I haven't mentioned yet, but it's another part of Ryder's journey, is that he stepped into the boxing ring during all of this. Not once, but twice, and he was pretty good at it. His first fight came in 2012 during a self-imposed break from international cricket. Ryder was approached about a charity boxing event and took the opportunity. He initially called out former Black Cap Craig McMillan, who declined, but sports radio host Mark Watson accepted. The fight took place on July 5, 2012 at Sky City in Auckland, on the undercard of Shane Cameron vs Monty Barrett. Ryder absolutely dismantled him. He dropped Watson within 20 seconds and dropped him again moments later, and finished the bout with a final heavy right hand, which forced the referee to stop it. Ryder won by TKO at 1 minute and 54 seconds of round 1. It wasn't exactly elegant boxing, but it sent a message. Even with everything going wrong, Ryder was still training, still competing, and still had the power to rebuild himself. His second fight came later in 2015, long after his Black Caps career had ended. While he was balancing domestic cricket with county cricket in England, this time the opponent was controversial blogger Cameron Slater, known for the whale oil website and dirty politics scandal. The fight took place at the Super 8 charity event in Christchurch, and Ryder again showed his power. He knocked Slater down twice in the opening round, the final right hand dropping him heavily and ending the fight. 2 fights, 2 wins, 2 first round stoppages, and both of them showed the same thing. Jesse Ryder wasn't just battling opponents on the field and headlines off it, he was still a fighter, literally and figuratively. Ryder didn't exactly disappear though, he just stepped out of the spotlight in New Zealand. From 2014 to 2016, he played for Essex in county cricket and was excellent, taking 43 wickets in one season and 44 wickets the next, while still scoring runs on top of that. He later returned to New Zealand domestic cricket with Central District, scoring his 25th first-class century in 2017. Now into his 40s, Ryder still appears in charity matches and the T20 Black Clash, where he remains a fan favourite. Jesse Ryder's story is one of raw brilliance mixed with emotional wounds he never fully recovered from. For a few years, he was genuinely world-class, strong, fearless, and a nightmare for bowlers. But the pressure of professional sport, a binge-drinking habit formed while young, and a brutal assault and constant scrutiny created a career that will always feel unfinished. For most Kiwi fans, Jesse Ryder will always sit in that painful category, one of the greatest natural talents we ever had, and still one of the greatest what-ifs in New Zealand cricket history. Thank you to everyone who made it this far. Please leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this in the future, and let me know if there's any athletes you want me to cover, and I'll try and make a story on them.
Run the Luca tape right now. Look at that. Run the Luca tape.